Little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't favor. Say amen. Amen, 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 yeah. Amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Check. Blowing up. We in it, we gonna. Blowing up. Did it like my persona. Blowing up. Ripping up.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Cardinals going up against the 49ers.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona... yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, Kelly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Kelly to throw. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. The first down carry here for Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Green, 39. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Blue, landed. No. Check.
Now Kelly. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal.
Over. All right, here we go.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Now it's Brinza to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. This is Taliaferro, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Eight yards to go here on 2nd down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Gun. Here we go. Wide in. We're going to 54. Wide in. 52. Gun. Get him. Then we're going to 53.
Prescott to throw it. And this one's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Here's Prescott, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Here's Kelly to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's complete. Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They run a draw here on second down. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Let's go.
A play fake. Now Kelly. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now he's flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Kelly. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On the carry, it's Taliaferro. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Watch 35. Watch 35.
the play fake. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 7-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Play action, it's Kelly. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Second down, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now it's Taliaferro, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. Room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the 2nd quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And this one is right through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30. To the 33-yard line. First down, Prescott. Fighting to stay upright. He's going to rifle one deep left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On second down, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Cardinals on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A second down throw for Prescott. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. He got 29 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now it's Brinza to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Looking to throw. Prescott on the slant. He gets it to Gronkowski. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
There's the push to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
To throw is Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Prescott from the gun. Oh, Prescott stripped. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. On third down, it's Prescott. And he is out of bounds right around the 20. Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On first and 10, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Prescott now on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A first down throw for Prescott. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Second down following the run. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. it's Jackson. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going to finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Always got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. On play action, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are lifted.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a concept.